What is up, Fun Headers? So today we are back in the shop working on another kind of odd job little project. So I'm gonna get you guys up to speed because I already started it and didn't do any filming. And now we'll just let you know what's going on, and we'll finish it up together. Stay tuned. Okay, so here's the situation. We're working on the P car today. Got it on the lift here. This is the right front wheel, left front wheel. Right, left is hard. Hold up. Yeah, left. So the car was sitting in the shop, which is where I always keep it, and I noticed after a couple days there was a nice little orange puddle on the floor underneath, just behind the left front tire. And not many fluids up there. There's no orange fluids in the car, other than I had recently topped up the washer fluid with the orange Rain-X washer fluid. And so I was like, well, crap. The washer fluid reservoir is leaking. So, it's always something little, with Porsches, with the 20-year-old Porsche. Totally fine. It just happens. It's just one of the many things we've kind of got to circle back and update. And why did I just say circle back? It's the most corporate freaking thing of all time. Synergy, So we're working on that, and I will show you what happened. And I apologize for kind of coming in on the middle of this. I just kind of started taking it apart and working on it. So we didn't. This here is this very weirdly shaped tank is the entire washer fluid tank. And at the back here are the two pumps. The big one is, the big taller one is for actually the headlights. It goes all the way up to the headlights. And then this short one here, kind of towards the inside, is actually for the windshield itself. And one of them, I believe it was the tall one here, was leaking. And so I have done my favorite fix of all time to it, and I have covered it in silicone. So I think what happened was actually the casing that this pump slots down into has a crack on the other side. And so instead of properly fixing that like I should and just buying a new one, it's the freaking washer fluid reservoir. So I figured I'd at least, and it's a pain to get the entire thing out. So, and normally I'm all about, if I'm doing this, I might as well do it right. In this case, I'm like, it's the freaking washer fluid reservoir. I'm gonna silicone it up, put it back together, seal it up best I can, and hopefully we don't get any leaks anymore, at least not for a while. But it's just one of those things I don't even feel like buying the part for. It's just kind of like that. So anyway, I'm now at the point where I have siliconed it all up, and we're putting it back together now. So pretty soon here, I'm gonna put the tank actually goes, the big part of it goes here, and then it kind of just feeds all the way up actually in front of the axle. Like, that's how annoyingly oblong and weird shaped this and large this tank is. It was kind of a pain to get out. I mean, not hateful once you kind of figure out what needs to come off, but it took me an annoyingly long amount of time to get it out. Anyway, so it's going back up and in now, and then we'll get it back together, and then, of course, and then to do that, we had to take the entire, fender liner out. That's why there's, that's why you can see all the exposed stuff that you normally can't see, like the left front radiator there. You can see the back of it. Cool. Let's get her back together. Okay, so just an update, and holy cows, I'm seeing myself. It's literally been like 15 minutes since I last talked on the camera, and it's that hot in my garage. I'm like dripping sweat now. Old Ohio in August. Heck yes. Anyway, looking up in here, this is the tank, and so I got it all ran up in here. You can see this is the main line here that goes up to the washer nozzles for the windshield. You can't even see the pumps, as you can see they're like literally on the other side of the tank here, which is why the whole thing had to come down. And then it, as you can see, hold on, whoop, okay, so it goes all the way up and around here and to the front of the car. So this all the way up here is the front of it. And there was a line, the line for the washer nozzles for the headlights connects here. So there's a line that goes all the way up and over on the top of it. But you can see, I mean, it's typically the way that washer fluid reservoirs are made. They just kind of take up dead space. So inherently they sort of become a pain in the butt to work on because they're just kind of like fit wherever they can fit them, right? I mean, they're kind of an afterthought. They're like, oh yeah, there's dead volume here, whatever. It kind of doesn't need to be any specific shape as long as it holds liquid and can drain into a pump. Anyway, so we got it all back up there. There was like a bolt here, up there, and then there was this bracket here. Yep, here. So there was a 13 and then a 10. I can't. My camera hand-eye coordination is not very good. Anyway, that's the other bolt. So we got that held back up in there. The last thing to do, actually, is so we had to take out the fill nozzle, as you can see, and it goes, normally it's sitting right on top of here, so I now have to like kind of feed this down in there and get it into the reservoir itself, which, looking down in there, I can see the hole where it goes, so I'm hoping that it might just take a little bit of finagling and it will get down in there. No problem. Crossing my fingers. Other than that, we'll just have to put this, the cylinder liner, the fender liner, back up in the wheel well, and we can call it good. Alright, and we are back. So, I got the fender liner back up in there. It actually wasn't too bad, but you know, of course requires some finagling and force to get things to line up, and it went fine once it all got back up in there. If you guys like these styles of videos, please let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to do more of them. I am constantly working on something, whether it's this car, my wife's car, my BMW, or the Lincoln behind me. Always doing at least some little thing. I just enjoy wrenching and updating things and doing little stuff, but I rarely film it. So I just kind of felt like busting out the camera today. So if you do like them and you just like watching me work on stuff and talking through it, let me know, and I will do more of them. So as always, thank you so much for tuning into Fun Ahead TV, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.